Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Pioneers of Pagonia! I know it's been a hot minute since we last played this game, but a few weeks ago there was a major update adding in the much-awaited magic system to the game. Magical weapons, new sorcerers, and so on. Alas, I have also been sick for the last couple of weeks, and that's been a bit rough, but now that I'm out of that, we're going to go ahead and start up a new game and take a look at these new systems with the new Eldritch Lights map, which not only will give us everything we need for a magical arsenal, but also introduces a new enemy type. These little Eldritch Fey creatures, whatever they are exceptionally dangerous. I've done some playtesting on this map, and I'll tell you, of all the maps I've played in this game so far, this is the one that actually tries to grind you into the dust. Let's try to get out of that. So here we are once again with the Venturer in a brave new land. Now, it's been a while since I last played, so I don't remember all of my proper build orders, but I do remember at least a handful of basics. We're going to need to get ourselves some guard towers so that we can begin expanding our borders. We need to get ourselves an explorer's hut so that we can actually discover new lands. And honestly, other than that, if you just follow some of the objectives over here on the right, usually this actually sets you straight enough that you can kind of get through just about anything. So I'm going to basically just do everything it says to do. That means we need to get ourselves a woodcutting hut or two. And of course, we need to get everything properly connected by some roads, kind of like so. Plus, we'll get ourselves some sawmills. I do see some stone over here, as well as a bit of coal and copper. That's good to know, because I'm going to need to get things like copper weaponry and stuff up and a-running very quickly in this game. And here come all of the workers from the Venturer, gathering up all of the supplies we have sitting out. And they shall go forth and build their town. What other things do we know we're going to need? Well, I know that I need to get things like a tavern up and running so we can start making some basic meals. Plus, we'll need to get ourselves at least a couple of tavern tables for people to eat at. And I also know that I'm going to need a market where I'll be able to sell food, but I don't even have any food production as of yet. Ooh, that looks new. A fishing hut? I don't think this was here the last time I played the game. Okay, there's a bit of fish down in this direction. That's good to know. So we can get some food. As far as foraging, I see no sources of food nearby. As far as hunting, no source of food nearby. That's actually going to be a small problem. So we have to rely on our fish. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Let's go ahead and plan on using some of this little beachfront area here, by the way, for a bit of housing early on. Don't even have to build all this right now. I just like to kind of lay things out and think about what things are going to look like. Oh, he should be building all of this stuff in a grid. It's more space efficient. Yes, that is tempting. It also looks really boring, doesn't it? So that's why I don't do it. What other new things do we have, though, in this particular patch? Well, I don't know when this was added, but now we do have the Geologist's Hut. Special explorers that go searching for resources in mountainous terrain. Interesting. Well, hello, hold on. That is a new enemy, a Malthorn Bane. Right, this is one of those new eldritch creatures, and it looks like it is creating a Bane root. Attacks enemies in range with lightning, can summon waves of enemies to attack me. Oh, good. No, we're going to have to kill that guy. We're going to have to kill that guy quickly, if at all possible. I don't know exactly how strong he's going to be, but, yeah, once our borders get over to him, my guards should automatically try to attack. Kind of wish that I had some soldiers available instead. Also found an enemy camp. Aha! All right, this is one of these weird corrupted oaks, with many Malthorn curse wardens who are currently performing a summoning ritual. Over a long period of time, this is going to start creating a whole bunch of those Malthorns, who will go around and spread and corrupt more land, which spawns more of them, and then they just come on big raiding parties. Again, from my tests of this can get out of control very quickly. These are very powerful enemies. You have to focus on a lot of military production fairly early on in this particular map. Oh, looks like our guards are getting in here, trying to kill the Malthorn. Problem is, again, like I said, it's kind of strong, and all we have are pointy sticks. Turns out those are very ineffective, and we're going to lose a bunch of our guards now. Great. And by a bunch, I mean half. Literally half. Great, guys. Thank you. What are some other new things here? We also have a treasure hunter. Treasure hunters are capable of digging up all sorts of fun stuff whenever you find a ruin, like this one right down here, which could have some special stuff in it, like, let's say, treasure items that are worth a ton of wealth, or maybe some silver or gold bars, or some gems, or relics, or maps. Lots of cool stuff. We'll need to take advantage of this at some point, but it may not be a top priority. We did discover at least a handful of forageable plants, finally. Some porcini mushrooms, not to mention I do see a bunch of rabbits. Rabbits don't provide leather, I think, which kind of makes them an inferior hunting target, but hey, you know, food is food. I'll take it. All right, and I am remembering one of the weirdest quirks of Pioneers of Pagonia. Everyone walks single file in one lane on a road, which can get really funny when you have little rubber banding effects or actual total blockages like this, and everyone has to just stand around waiting for the person in front of them to move forward. It always seemed a little weird to me in Pioneers of Pagonia. Like, of all the things to kind of nitpick on, this right here just feels like such an unbelievable thing. But you know what? It's fine. The people of Pagonia, they've just mastered the art of queuing, okay? That's all it is. They're great at it. You have to respect it. Let's go ahead and start gathering up some of the coal and the copper in this area a little early and preemptively. I just know for a fact that I'm going to end up needing it. And truth be told, it may not even matter, all right? Winning and surviving in this particular map is a very, very tough endeavor. You'll see. Once we get our first round of attacks against us, you'll see. Now, what are some other things that I know I need that I often forget? I usually hold off too long on building the guild hall. We need that so we can equip more people with their tools. I also should get myself a toolsmith. Oh, we've already been attacked by... Oh, gosh, here we go. All right, so we got thieves down over this direction. We know what these guys are going to do, and oh, look at that! Specters, also on this map. And whenever my people see them, they panic and they drop their equipment, which means I start running out of stuff very quickly, and you can't kill specters with normal weapons. Oh, lordy. All right, well, that's going to be fun. There is a way to deal with them, though. We're going to have to get ourselves some new units. I need to get myself, let's see, not the Adventurers Guild. This will train up your Rangers and your Fear-Nots, which is good, but it's not what I'm looking for. We need to get an Arcane Academy. Train arcane units so that they can attack magical enemies. For that to work, though, I know that I'm going to need a couple of things. I need to get myself some early flax production, because I'm going to need a lot of cloth. I'll also need to get myself a weaving shed for the same reason. A tailor shop so we can actually make some clothing, and also a wooden workshop so that I'll be able to start manufacturing things like wooden rods. That is going to be an early form of spellcasting weapon. There are, of course, other arcane weapons in the game. We actually had access to the artisan blacksmith a long time ago, but now that all of the gemstones are in the game, we actually can make things like the emerald wands or the diamond staff or whatever it's going to be for all of our different magical casting units. So at this point, we should have most of our early game basics covered. All right, we're able to produce all the tools we need to keep getting more people. We're exploring, we're grabbing some territory, though I have to be careful not to push any further over here. We're going to accidentally keep fighting some of these curse wardens. I mean, I could deliberately throw every guard I've got at these guys and pray that we kill them, but early game units are really, really, really weak in this game. So the odds of winning that feel very low. You basically have to pray for a critical hit. Which, I mean, we could do is the thing. Like, it may actually be cost effective to get this wooden workshop up and running, make as many wooden spears as I can, and then just keep throwing guards in this area, hopefully killing all of these guys before they're able to start spawning some waves, because the sooner we can get rid of them, the better. They're going to start spawning so many units that I'm going to get raided like every few minutes with like, I don't know, I've actually in my test game, I had like 15 or 20 of those guys attacking me, and it really wrecks you up for that to happen. So I don't know, maybe it's not a bad plan. For now, I definitely need to get some things like some wooden cogwheels. Then I want to start getting some of these wooden rods up and running. We could get some torches, but to be honest, I don't feel like rangers are that great. So let's focus on these first, then we can start getting some additional spears, and we'll see what we can do. As long as I've got enough population to keep throwing at the problem, I suppose it's okay. I think I had forgotten how pretty this game actually is, though. Pioneers of Pagonia is a very attractive game. It's very cozy, it looks great. I don't know, I just sort of forgot about that, but like now that I'm looking at it again, it's like, oh yeah, I do like Pioneers of Pagonia. This looks great. Let's go ahead and get myself a military academy ASAP. I think we're going to have to start training a lot of replacement guards. And I'll also get that Arcane Academy, because it looks cool, and I want it. Okay, so the Military Academy is ready. Let's go ahead and start training up these guards. Nice, cheap cannon fodder. And the Arcane Academy, we can already see what they're able to produce. So the new things we can get here include Warlocks, spellcasters who are extra strong against specters. That's great, except you may notice that their combat strength is literally only 1. It's like really, really, really pathetically weak. They can fight specters and literally nothing else. We've also got the Sorceress, much stronger. Good against the Malthorns. So if we want to have a proper direct counter against these guys, Then what we want to do is start getting all of these. But the problem with the sorceress is you have to have emerald wands and silver-lined robes at a minimum in order to get these guys online. Little on the expensive side. We don't even know where to find any silver, and we sure as heck don't know where to find any emeralds yet. Oh, well, you know what? I spoke too soon. We did discover some silver and some iron over this direction. It's a little far away. But if we could claim that, that is actually a pretty nice bounty of resources to be had over here. Ooh. Well, even though I don't really love these warlocks, we're gonna go ahead and start training up at least a handful of them. They're kind of the only unit I've got that's even capable of fighting a Spectre if we are to come across one. Their odds of winning aren't great, but it is what it is. And I can say in this map that Spectres do roam the map and will raid you. So you do kind of have to be worried about that fact. By the way, another Malthorn for some reason just walked over here and started planting down another Bane root. Well, that's rude. Let's see if we can't get these guys to come over here and attack the Malthorn. All 10 of my extremely weak pokey guards. Get in there and fight, you fools! No, you can't, because guess what? He's not in our territory. This is the problem with guards! It's fine, we'll just plant down a few rocks. Don't mind me, Mr. Malthorn. Now we can stab you! Oh, wow, you actually won. A hero guard. What do you know? Now, what I really need are to train up actual soldiers. That's gonna require bronze swords, which means I need to get one of these weaponsmiths online and extract as much copper as possible. Once this weaponsmith is done, let's go ahead and queue up some of those cheap bronze swords. Although, if I could find a way to get some iron online, iron swords plus shields equal just objectively better soldiers for not that much more. I say that. It does cost a bit more. You need to make sure you get yourself some smelting works. By the way, what is that? Nickel? Nickel is in the game. Oh, okay. To make steel, you actually have to combine iron and nickel together now. You don't just basically double smelt the iron. Oh. Okay, so that's a little bit more complicated. What else do we have down here, by the way? The mint, the jeweler. The jeweler makes new items using the gems. Well, that's cool. Monument of Wisdom uses relics to do special abilities. And a light spire uses firewood to give unique discovery abilities. I have no idea what those do. That'll be fun to explore. Gosh dang it, the thieves keep stealing things. Yeah, we all remember how this works. These thieves disguise themselves to look like my people, and then they just grab whatever they want, literally uncontested. It could be a, heavily fortified treasury. Who cares? We just let these people waltz right in and take whatever they want because apparently we're very trusting communists or something like that. I don't know. Do you recognize that guy, Greg? No. Well, he took all your stuff. It's okay. His need must be greater than mine. Anyway, we do have access now to some of the iron and stuff. Let's see if we can't extract some of this before the first wave of enemies hit. Oh, here come some of our first wandering specters. They're not really going to do anything except just run around and scare people, and when they drop their equipment, it's just gone forever and I have to replace it. When you have to replace a whole load of even farming equipment, guess what that means? A lot of copper and a lot of time. So when this is happening very, very frequently, it can get very, very annoying. And this is where I was saying, for my playtests, this is the map that can grind you down. It's almost like a giant war of attrition, and you really, really, really need to get on top of it as quick as you can. Good God, that is a lot of specters up over here. Dealing with this is going to be atrocious, and they're coming to raid me. A bunch of them are coming to raid me. Good Lord. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh, my miners are going to drop all their equipment and run, aren't they? Yep, all transports have been suspended because it's too scary over here. Yep. We need to get real warlocks up and running. Just tell you right now, these apprentices, they are not going to cut it. Not at all. We did discover, however, another Pagonian village. Well, hello. I don't really see you. Sort of. There's your quarry. I see people moving in the darkness. All right, we need to meet these guys. So that is our victory condition, it looks like, in this. Once again, find all their settlements and then befriend all the factions. We don't know what it takes to befriend them, but I'm sure they'll tell us eventually. Oh, look at all these thieves stealing all this stuff. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start crafting as many iron swords as I can with some shields, get some of these advanced soldiers. They may not be amazing, but they have 8 combat strength instead of 3. I mean, it's like half the strength of one of these things. If I can throw enough of them and get rid of this, it's really going to be big. I'm not even kidding. Have we got our tailor shop? We do. Okay, so with the tailor shop, we can make some new things, including magical robes. So normal ones just take a bit of cloth, and we'll need some of that. Silver-lined robes, of course, take a silver bar. Gold-lined robes take a gold bar. Very expensive. But of course, with those really high-tier clothing comes really strong Elder Warlocks, who, by the way, can apparently terrorize enemies. So they get to do the ooga booga booga that all the enemies get to do against us. Well, that'll feel like a bit of poetic justice. And of course, those Grove Enchantresses, 50 combat strength, really strong. Plus, apparently the Sorceress and Enchantress can summon their own boar. They got boar familiars. Nice. One thing that would help when I eventually do want to start fighting, if we can get ourselves, let's say, some silver production up and running, we could start to mint all of that into some silver coins. And with silver coins, what we do is we increase our wealth value. High wealth value means that all of our military units get extra strength. And more strength means they're less likely to die, means less resources wasted. Definitely would be worth doing that if we can. Oh, holy crud. Hang on. We are under attack by Malthorns. No! And they killed every one of my guards over here. Yeah, and this is... Oh, and they're attacking us up over here. And guess what? They're going to kill all these guards too. This is sort of what I'm talking about. The guards are useless against these things. They're just too stronka. I am now completely defenseless. They're going to run all over this town. And they don't really do a lot as far as I can tell. I mean, they say commodities destroyed. What that means, I don't know. I have to assume they're destroying, like, internal resources inside the building. So I'm losing a lot of stuff right now, and I can't do a single thing to fight back until they eventually get bored and just run away on their own. Isn't that fun? And you could try to send more reinforcements over here, but they'll just die too. So why? Why bother? You might as well just sit back and let them do what they want, play dead for a bit, and then hopefully you can build up enough of a force that eventually we can fight back. See, now it looks like they've gotten bored. They're all just gonna go run back home now. Thanks, guys. That was... Oh, now we're getting attacked by specters, too! Yay! And we've been getting stolen from by thieves the entire time, too! Yeah, this map is rough. This map is, unironically, very, very rough. I guess one way we could try to build up some value and some wealth. Get ourselves our treasure hunter. Let's do it. We're gonna get ourselves a treasure hunter so we can start exploring this ruins and see what wonders we can uncover. And here comes another wave of Malthorns. If you're wondering what you can do about this, the answer is just nothing. Enjoy. Watch them run around and destroy all your stuff. It's nice while it lasted. You'd like to think that at least the advanced soldiers would be able to fight against these guys. They can do better than the guards, at least, but that's not saying much. But at least with my 10 soldiers, surely we can deal with this one guy who's over here trying to grow a bane root in the middle of my base. If I'm not able to take this guy down, I swear I'm going to be very, very upset. There we go. Bye. So with 10 soldiers, do we think we can go clear this group out and prevent some more issues? Probably not. Look how many freaking Malthorns there are now. I couldn't get in here fast enough to kill the Curse Wardens. We can kind of move forward if we wanted to, but I think I'd rather hold off. Save the soldiers, we'll pull back, send them back to the boat where they can't die. Let's try gathering up some of the relics over here. And hopefully we find some really, really good treasure. Well, let's get this mint up and running. We're going to start smelting some silver coins. The silver coins have to get stashed in the treasury. And the treasury is going to start building up that wealth value. Plus, we can store whatever treasures we find. Which we have found, by the way. We found a golden horse. We found a diamond. These seem like good things. Oh, we found some emeralds, some silver bars, some relics, a singing blade. I don't even think these artifacts actually do anything. I think they just exist to, like, make wealth, technically, or something. I don't know. They're going to keep going here for a while, just constantly searching for new stuff. It's not an infinite source of wealth, but it is a pretty good one. We also found the main treasure location, whatever that means. So now people are starting to bring in some of this wealth. I'm hoping to see that we're going to get a lot of extra strength once all this stuff arrives. Turns out the diamonds and the emeralds are worth at least a reasonable amount. We're already up to an extra 140 or so % damage on all of my units. And these silver coins are worth a value of 3. Nothing compared to a diamond which is worth 30 or an emerald worth 20 perhaps, but I mean, hey, it's pretty good. This golden horse is worth 150, by the way? Yeah, this is the value of going treasure hunting, 100%. We can boost ourselves up by a plenty. So now my advanced soldiers are worth 12.1 combat, which is still not a ton, but still 50% better than it was. I don't think we're going to get a lot stronger than we are right now. I'm going to go ahead and start getting 10 advanced soldiers over here. And we're going to pray that they are strong enough not to embarrass me. All right, men, go forth. Try to draw them out, bit by little bits. Don't attack all of them at once, for God's sake. Never mind, they're attacking all of them at once. Okay, well, what I told you not to do is what you're going to do. It's fine, as long as you win, it's fine, and almost all of them are dead. Okay, they are all dead now. I've got 9 replacements on the way, but, I mean, like, ouch. Still, to be fair, they did get rid of all the Curse Wardens. We might be able to act... Well, no, there's one left. We might be able to clear this out. No, stop your disgusting rituals. I don't like any of it, all right? It's unholy. And it looks like they actually are able to fight multiple... Yeah! There we go. We are able to have more than one of our soldiers attack the same target. That did not used to be a thing in this game. It used to be that they could only attack one at a time in honorable dueling combat. I'm glad they got rid of that. Why? Because it was dumb and extremely limiting, and it meant that you always had, like, you know, a really good unit had a chance of getting a critical hit by some pathetic little petty thief, and then you lost everything, and you just wanted to slam your skull into the desk. It was awful. So in that case, like, can we do anything else? Like, can I go clear out some of these thieves? Like, would that be ridiculous? They're not very strong. And if we could stop these guys from stealing all of my stuff, I mean, that would be a huge hindrance removed. By the way, let's get a geologist up and running. I want to start exploring the nearby areas and look for some mineral deposits. Because we're only going to have so many surface minerals. At some point, this is all going to exhaust itself, and we're going to need a little bit more. To be fair, the subterranean deposits can, you know, deplete as well, but it'll be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get all of these soldiers over here, and we're going to try clearing out some of the thieves. I think we have to. I mean, the strongest thief out there is a master thief, which, you know, has a strength of 10, compared to my current soldiers, which should have a strength of, what? 13.6. It's pretty good. So go forth, men! Slaughter the uncivilized knaves! Legitimately, I actually want to see, like, a lot of death. Like, a lot of death. An actual slaughter would be glorious. Hopefully none of you die, but if some of you do and I get rid of the camp, it's totally worth it. Okay, I feel like only 3 of you are still alive, and that's way too few. Is that 2? Okay, that should have been more than that. 1? Why do you mean there's only 1? 1? Ah, God. All right. It just costs that much to get rid of a single freaking camp. The only thing I can't deal with, though, are these stupid specters. There's still a bunch of them. Hold on. Turn this off. Warlocks, we have 9. All right, Warlocks, leave the boat. Everyone get over here. Let's see if we can't do anything to actually stop this time. I mean, you've got, like, 200% extra combat strength versus specters. Plus, you've got some actual combat strength. I'd like to think you'll be more effective. That might be wishing for too much, but it is still what I wish for regardless. We did, by the way, get rid of all the treasures. This area is now completely cleared out. Ooh, a gold vein. Where? Over here? All right, actually, our geologists are going around and doing things. So what you're going to notice is as they explore these kind of rocky terrains, if they find something, they'll plant down a little flag. And we say, hey, we found underground resources. In this case, we actually found some sapphires, too. Nice. So there's all these new, like, deep mines we can actually place over here. If I want to go for a gold mine right here, we will eventually exhaust all the resources, but we can get something. Ooh, we found a source of diamonds, too. Finding a bunch of gems is pretty nice. All right, let's see if we can't clear out this other camp. I've got my reservations, but we'll just keep training up reinforcements and throw bodies at the problem until we have room to grow unimpeded. I mean, legitimately, these thieves are just going to keep stealing, like, all of my stuff. Like, the big threat is that they get into my treasury. If they get into my treasury and start stealing all my diamonds or my artifacts and stuff, like, then I actually start losing combat strength. That's when you get into something of a death spiral, and your units really, really struggle to keep up. But now this area is cleared. Well done, we only lost half of our men this time. That's, like, tremendous. We just gotta avoid these dang specters over here. These guys are still gonna be a major problem. Unless I want to send every one of my warlocks in here, a hunting specter, combat strength 12. The thing is, though, I know that once we get up to things like the Wise Warlocks or the Elder Warlocks, 50 combat strength with a 200% boost towards Spectres plus a combat boost from Wealth. I mean, like, Warlocks will be able to obliterate the Spectres. The trick is just getting to that point. But since we seem to be finding some gems and emeralds and stuff, maybe now's the time to go ahead and build out this artisan blacksmith and see if we can't get what we need. Like, let's stop smelting any of the mint for a minute. All right, stop using up all my silver bars, whatever I have. We need to start getting ourselves I mean, I guess we could actually go directly to the gold, couldn't we? Gold mine robes? Yeah, we could do that. Hold on. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a gold mine. Ooh, we even discovered a source of emeralds over here. We could just have a huge gem mine getting me all the stuff I need. Okay, so the real question is, can we find, like, some nickel? If we can find some nickel somewhere, we could start manufacturing steel. If I could start manufacturing steel, I should be able to start getting the best stuff, right? Like a diamond staff, taking a steel staff and a diamond, boom, just like that, we'll be able to get things like the Elder Warlocks. That would be glorious. Let's try clearing out another one of these thief camps over here. This one looks pretty small and weak. The less of them that are running through here and stealing my stuff, the better. That's one cleared. Iron vein discovered. Okay, so we found a source of, a deep, rich source of iron. That'll last for a while. Oh, here come the next round of specters. Alrighty, get over here, Warlocks. Let's see how effective you're actually going to be. So for whatever reason, these guys have to get up point blank in order to cast their spells. But at least with all the combat boosts, they're at least reasonably effective. Still lost like 2 or 3 of them, but we did take down a Restless Spectre, so that's pretty good. And we prevented them from getting into our town and making everyone drop their tools and run. Why can't they come back and pick up their tools? These are the mysteries that shall never be answered. Nickel vein discovered. Thank God. Okay, so we can start making some steel. Oh, I just realized I actually can't get my artisan blacksmith. I'm missing a key ingredient. Cement. I think I saw some limestone. Yeah, we have limestone up over here. All right, this entire area needs to be converted into a giant mining area. That's basically what I'm learning out of this. We have lots of gems, lots of iron, nickel, stone, limestone. It's just huge. And honestly, now that both of these thieves' camps have been cleared out, it seems like a kind of doable, reasonable thing. Holy crap, that's a lot of gems. These are all gem deposits. Dang, dude. We're gonna be rich! At least as long as I can keep it away from all the dang thieves, I'll be rich. Seriously, you just know if there's thieves up here in this area, and I'm pretty sure there are, then I come right down here, straight to the open mines, grab what they want, and then leave. And it's gonna feel real bad, man. Real bad. What are these things here, by the way? Steel daggers? Halberds. I mean, I know we have access to these elite soldiers and stuff over here with a mace. That's new since the last time I played the game. What about the Adventurer Guild? What are blade dancers? I don't recognize these at all, actually. Hold on. Iron daggers. Do extra damage against the scav? What the frick are the scav? Hold on, was there a whole new enemy added into the game and I missed it? Probably. I mean, again, it's been a long while since I last played, but, I don't know what those are. My brain evokes that they're probably like little rodent people or something like that. If that's correct, that would be hilarious. Mysterious location with an unknown purpose discovered, the Forgotten Tavern. Oh, yes, okay. It's probably in order to appease one of the other Pagonian factions, who, by the way, seem to be having a very hard time. There's a Bane root literally right outside their borders, scaring all their people so they can't do anything. Also, it's right next to the Rabbit of Great Comfort. Yeah, I always feel a lot of comfort whenever I see a rabbit. Actually, we have now found the center of trade for this other faction, which basically means we explore deep enough to find, looks like this. The Ashwood Folk. Okay, what do you want? You want me to bolster my markets. Build market buildings for some reason. Okay. You want me to supply the Curious Bazaar with padded armor and torches. Find a Forgotten Tavern. Well, I already found one, so that's something. And then recruit 20 sorceresses. That's expensive. It's going to take a while. We found another Pagonian village. Way off over Meow. A derelict tower. Derelict? Have they already been run out of town? Maybe they're all dead. Well, we're starting to produce a little bit of steel now. Taking some of our refined nickel bars and iron bars, smelting them together. Good to know I can't just take the ores. That might have been nice, but no. You have to spend twice as much time refining both of these first, then refining it again to get steel, but then once you get steel, we can start making things like the steel staves. Staves? Whatever. Look at all these stupid thieves, by the way. They're doing exactly what I said they would do. They're just walking on down here. They can just take whatever they want out of my gem or nickel mine, and no one does a thing about it. It's so gosh dang stupid. Ooh, looks like we are actually starting to train up some of these Elder Warlocks and these Enchantresses. Good, good. A few hero units should be all I need to really keep myself defended. In fact, with a few Elder Warlocks, I'm hoping we can get in here and just clear this out. Then this entire corner of the island will be safe. Oh, but here comes a raid of Malthorns now. Alright, but even though we would prefer to use the enchantresses to kill these things off, they're weak enough that I'm hoping that my regular soldiers will be plenty strong to deal with them. Sure looks like that might be the case. So let's get up here and stop them from disrupting all my mining operations. It's exceptionally rude. I'm just here to destroy your planet. More of them on the way. It's okay, we're not going to let them regroup, alright? We're not letting them do it. Just get in there and crush them. Very good. Very good action. Wait, what are they doing? Ah! How'd they get into the town? Wait, no! Ah! And there's specters in here too and all that. Oh God, it's the humanity of it all. I don't even know how they did that, honestly. They just snuck right by. It's fine, we lost almost all of our soldiers, but I think I've just about cleared them out. No, never mind, they just keep coming. Holy crap, they literally do just keep coming. Hey! I really could use these enchantresses right about now. Let's bring them out. Where are you? There they are. Enchantresses, summon your boars! Save the town! I mean, if they don't absolutely obliterate these things, I'm gonna be very disappointed, you know? They should be very strong. Surprisingly, though, it looks like their combat strength does not go up from having extra wealth. Huh. Well, that's a little disappointing, if I'm honest. But the spirit boars are doing some work. Frickin' heck, these guys alone actually do a lot of damage. They're no danger at all. They've got their own tanking pets. It's like playing a hunter in World of Warcraft. Looks like we finally have all of our steel staves constructed. So we will be able to have at least 5 Elder Warlocks and 5 Grove Enchantresses. I'm thinking with them, honestly, should be nothing that can stop me from clearing this area out. Hopefully with no losses, especially if I can send in spirit boars to tank all the damage for me. So this is going to be a battle for the ages. Warlocks and sorcerers, hand in hand. You wouldn't normally see that, but at least they're all united in their hatred of the wizards. Sorry, that's sort of a D&D reference right there. Anyway, go forth, piggies and warlocks! Swear to God, if I lose a single one of these units right now, I'll be very disappointed. Oh, I did! I lost a warlock! No! These guys should be practically immune. Whatever. We found another rabbit of great comfort. Oh, well, that brings me great comfort, I guess. It's a lie, though. It makes me angry. How did we lose somebody? They do like 3 damage. I do 50. It shouldn't work that way. Gosh dang it, where are all these other thieves coming from? There's a whole bunch more coming after me right now. I don't know. They could be coming from literally the other side of the island. We've known that to happen. So as I grow my borders, I'm going to have to start moving some garrisons and soldiers forward. What I'd like to do is get so much steel that I can start producing these elite soldiers. And with these guys on my side, I'm pretty confident we could kill literally anything in front of us. Here come the next round of thieves. It's so inconspicuous. The game even knows they're thieves. I'm even instantly alerted the moment that they try to do anything. And yet, somehow, we just let them do it. Now, the only way to get around that, of course, is to have some rangers. Rangers can reveal the thieves. The problem is the thieves then usually immediately kill the rangers. So it's questionable how really worth it is, when really the better solution is to find their camp and kill every single one of them. But in the meantime, it's very annoying. Anyway, let's see just how effectively we can knock out these specters and prevent any more of these raids. 10 Elder Warlocks and 5 Enchantresses to summon piggies. And hopefully we get through this without a single loss. I don't know. It could still... there goes a Warlock. Gosh dang, seriously though. Seriously, there goes 2 Warlocks! Guys, it's just a bunch of specters. They're not even that tough. And honestly, the main reason this bothers me is because I don't even know where to find any more gold, so I can't even get any more of the golden robes. Whatever. Both camps have been cleared. At the end of the day, still worth. Maybe it would even be worth getting over here and trying to clear out this Bane route. Because this tree is literally shooting everyone with lightning right now. And I don't think I like it. Ah, nope, get in there. Don't die on me, Warlock. Don't you dare die on me. Clear this thing out, please. Come on, do your little Warlock ritual. Interesting, you actually need to have Warlocks in order to get rid of that. It's not the Enchantresses who do it. Oh. So, in this map, you can't get away with just having Sorceresses or Enchantresses to deal with the, whatever they're called. You have to actually have Warlocks. Gosh, dang, look at it, look at the stupid thieves literally walking into the treasury. Literally, they stole my golden horse. All right. I am training up some rangers for the record. I am trying to train some. The main reason I haven't been able to up to this point is because I have no leather. With no leather, I can't get any light armor. Without any light armor, then I can't do much of anything now, can I? In fact, you know what? Let's actually get the skilled rangers so they don't instantly die. 2 combat strength versus 30. Kind of a big difference. But I do need to have some magical torches, which use emeralds. I feel like with the blue flame, this is a bit of a wasted opportunity. It should use the sapphires. The sapphire gem literally has no other value in the game except to just give you treasure. I think it should be used for these. We are finding a few more unusual derelict buildings as we continue to expand. There's some sort of a forsaken library all the way over here. Its purpose is unknown, despite the fact that it is called a library. Yes, I can't say why. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that when we eventually meet the Holy Cloves... Okay. When we eventually meet them, I'm sure it's going to be all about restoring all these old derelict buildings, and probably building up many statues to great comforting rabbits. Tell you what brings me a little bit of comfort with rabbits. A good old rabbit stew. Now, I would like to make some progress with the Ashwood folk. We could consider maybe getting ourselves a trader's camp. It's not usually the highest of priorities in the world, but I mean, like, yeah, it's not a bad time to go ahead and start prepping some resources to send over here. All they want are torches and padded armor. Torches, at least, are easy. There we go. Finally do have relations with the Holy Cloves. That gets me improve exploration, by which you mean I have to build a lot more explorers' huts. Okay. Finish the rabbit statues, finish the libraries, and then recruit more warlocks. Actually, that seems fairly easy. All I really need to be doing at this point is just claiming as much territory as I can. The more I expand my borders, the further I can move my garrisons, the more I can destroy the camps, and once there are no threats left on the island, the world's my oyster, and I shall add this to my Pagonian empire. What would be fun is to find some more ruins, if that's possible. Definitely wouldn't mind finding some of those and getting more treasure. That'd be kind of cool. By the way, I'm still confused as to what these derelict towers and stuff are going to end up being, since at the moment, they're not required by anybody. I wonder if there's actually a third faction on this island, maybe on the opposite side. Good lord, there's a lot of Malthorn over here. Ah, and a corrupted oak and everything. Okay. I think I found one of the major sources of raiding parties over here. We should be able to clear that out. Man, I can only imagine how many resources are going to be in this mountain crop over here. We got so many from a much smaller patch. I really like this geologist change. I think it's actually really cool. It's fun. Look how many thieves there are, though. Got a bunch. All these guys heading this direction are thieves. All these guys are thieves. All these guys leaving. Well, you just saw it went into the fog. There's a whole other group here. I swear the entire population of these islands is just thieves. I mean, seriously. Yeah, there's these little Pagonian factions. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, sure. But it pales. It pales in comparison to the infinite number of unbelievably brazen thieves. By the way, let's take a look at some trade options here. So, if I gave up copper coins, they give me wooden rods. Don't care about that. Could give up nickel, give up gold to get faction rewards. Herring to get emeralds. I mean, trading fish for emeralds seems like a pretty solid deal. Diamond want bread? Yeah, I need to be friendly relations, but that seems very reasonable. Pickaxes for emeralds is okay, too. Huh. But I can't give them the torches. I guess this doesn't actually go to them. It probably goes to another building I haven't discovered yet. That must be what the Curious Bazaar is. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start rebuilding the Forsaken Library. It's just going to cost me a lot of softwood beams. That's not a huge deal. And as far as finishing out the rabbits, that would take a bit of copper and some stone. That's not even that bad. Not even that bad at all. Let's clear out this corrupted oak. We've lost a warlock or two here and there. Not really surprising, if I'm honest. It's actually a little annoying having the enemies run away from my warlocks, because then I have to go chase them down. Now, one problem with these Forsaken Libraries, I'm realizing, it looks like we're only building one at a time. And there are probably 3. So this is actually a much larger task than I was expecting, which makes sense. Like, we've seen more than one rabbit statue. It would have been too much to hope for. That we could just fix one, and that's all we needed, at least for this stage of the relationship. But no. No, we gotta build 4 of those dang things. Oh gosh, this is gonna take a while. Oh, we finally found all the thieves that keep walking around over here. Or at least some of them. Looks like there might be 3 or 4 thieves camps over in this direction. Okay. Well, since we know where they are, that means it should be a little bit easier to place a forward garrison and then slaughter them all. You may have noticed that I've got a bit of a theme when it comes to dealing with the banditos. it usually involves much carnage. I've got no empathy for them. They've been taking my stuff since day one. Oh, look, there's a whole train. Gosh, dang, it's a freaking train of them, dude. But this is how Pioneers of Pagonia always devolves for me. At some point, you finally get to a point where it's like, okay, I can kill anything, I'm good to go. Except now I have to actually play whack-a-mole with everybody. Still, we're growing our borders. I'm continuing to grab new resources. We got all these underground deposits I'm taking advantage of. Whole new sources of emeralds and so on and so forth. Like, we're pretty darn rich. Still haven't noticed any more ruins, though. That's kind of disappointing. I would really like to get some treasure hunters going. Maybe you can only discover the ruins if you have some treasure hunters, right? Aside from, like, the first one. That'd be interesting. Can you see what kind of stuff these people stole? There's 7 emeralds there, some silver bars, a bunch of diamonds, some stone. My mushrooms, of course you stole my mushrooms, that's unforgivable. And that's just from one of the small camps. This is the fun thing about killing the thieves. Eventually you realize what a treasure trove they've stolen from you the entire game. And then you get to reclaim all of it, and that feels pretty good. Anyway, forward march. Now, you know, one thing that's going to be a little annoying, right over here, I want to continue exploring this area. Little difficult to do, though, because this forest is overrun with extremely aggressive boar. There's an easy solution to this, Go. It's called mass deforestation and hunting the boar to extinction. And I have absolutely zero qualms with this. Oh, yea, though I walk through the forest of piggy death, I shall not fear, for Pravus be with me, and his very squishy warlocks shall surely throweth their bodies upon the pigs to save me. Jeez Louise, I am not kidding when I say that these woods are infested. Look how many boar and deer and stuff there are wandering in these woods. It just, oh my gosh. Okay, all right, we need to release some predators, all right? That's what we need to do. Who's got a pet wolf? Anyone? Good lord. It's been 12 hours. Well, in-game time, I should say, not necessarily my time. And we've only claimed about 60% of the island. This island is huge, dude. Oh, you know something I completely forgot about? Hold on. I want to try using things like the Monuments of Wisdom and the Light Spire. Whoa, they're huge. Okay, how do they work? I suppose we are going to find out. That finishes the spire. Okay, it's a pretty cool looking building. What does this thing do? So we have some scholars arriving to generate mana. With mana, we could activate an ability. Eye of the Spire. Reveal a area. I mean, that seems useful, I suppose. We've already explored most of the island, though. Then there's the passive view. Reveal all interesting locations in a limited radius, and detect and warn of approaching enemies in a large radius. Huh. And by a large radius, looking at that minimap, are we talking like 70% of the island? Because that's kind of what it looks like. Interesting. Also, what are you all bringing? Is everyone just bringing all their firewood here? They are indeed. They have to have like 60 firewood here, apparently. We must keep the beacons lit. Yeah, okay. I don't really care, guys. It's a low priority, but okay. What about the Monument of Wisdom? That should be finishing up in just a second or 2, or 3, 4. Oh, come on. There it is. All right, same deal. Scholars arriving to get mana. Call ancestral workers. Spawn some extra workers that can't be attacked for a time. Oh. I mean, in a pinch, I suppose that can be useful. Call ancestral defenders using relics, I guess, because that's what's being delivered here. Huh. Yeah, maybe if we had built these a while ago, this could have been useful. As is, too little too late. So we managed to explore the entire island at this point. I can see the last little sections of what I need to do. We're rebuilding the last library. I did find the last rabbit statue all the way over here. We've dropped everything I can off at this curious bazaar, but it turns out there's a second one. And awkwardly, it's over here, behind a mountain range that I can't access without building all the way around like this. If only there were bridges. I've never figured out what these derelict towers and stuff are for, though. These still have not made themselves apparent. Whoop. I see a bunch of fireworks going off. Hold on. We did something good. Cool. Alright, so we have supplied the Curious Bazaar. Now we need to deliver gold. Lots of gold, huh? Well, we knew this was going to happen eventually. It did specifically say that this is for faction rewards, which means you're going to have to make the delivery. Good news is I think I've been producing a lot of gold lately, so this should be fine. And there goes all the gold. Okay, so if we wanted to, we can now merge with the faction. which I'll do, even though it usually creates a massive economic issue as everything rearranges. There we go, it's all mine. They're all like, oh, we can't live here anymore. There's no connected roads. Problem solved. Everyone go back to your homes. Why do you have 3 artisan blacksmiths? Doesn't that seem a little bit like overkill? The funny thing is, I actually get all of my gold back after doing all of this, so it's like, it's just temporary. Oh, I know why it's taking so long to finish building this library. There's a whole load of pigs over here, too. They keep scaring away all my deliverymen. That is funny. I've always thought that the pigs are a little overly aggressive. It's kind of annoying. Like, I need a toggle option to say, hey, Garrison, kill all pigs in this area, you know? That would make things easier. But it looks like 2 people were able to sneak through regardless. Okay, finally, this can get done. Stupid piggies, you can't stop me. There we go. I, quote-unquote, win, because actually there was no follow-on quest with these guys. That's all I needed. Well, what do you know? Alright, let's just go ahead and merge with this faction too. Boom, you're all mine now. That is a lot of fireworks. You guys are wasting so much gunpowder. As an American, I approve. And that about does it, actually. Wow, that was a very long map. Almost 16 in-game hours to play this, about 5 hours of my time, a little bit more maybe, but yeah. Challenging map for sure, the Eldritch Lights, man. These enemies really do not mess around. The fact that you have the specters constantly moving around, and that takes a specific type of unit to even counter. Plus you have those Eldritch units that need a special type of unit to even counter. Plus you have thieves constantly siphoning away your strength. It's tough. It's tough. The only thing they could have done to make this worse? Toss in a werewolf plague too. That, actually would be a little bit insane. Still, I had fun with this. It is good to see that the magical weapons actually have been put to use. Again, though, if the developers ever happen to watch this video, which I know is a remote possibility, seriously, maybe change this emerald to a sapphire. Give me a use for sapphires aside for wealth. Come on, it's blue. It makes sense. But that is where I'm going to be ending today's video. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update to Pioneers of Pagonia. If so, I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.